Guys, XTech Talks, we are back. Today is very, very unconventional. Yes, we do have the Glock for Glocktober. That's always going to be a thing. But we wanted to go over kind of like a history / timeline of why shotguns aren't dead yet. A lot of people have moved on to AR-15s, AK-47s, other semi-automatic rifles, and that's cool. But shotguns have always had a special place in my heart, and obviously yours as well.
Yes.
So I figured we could just go down the timeline.
Sounds good, man.
We'll start with your wood grain down there.
Yeah. So, like you said, shotguns have special places in our hearts. I think that just goes for the American spirit. From Revolutionary War all the way up until now, shotguns have a place. I mean, military is still using the Mossberg M500 and what they do. But yeah, this thing is a take on an old classic. It's a single shot H&R break action, hammer fired, and it's still effective as a 12 gauge shotgun. It still works. It's smooth.
This is lighter than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it kicks like a mule. It's a musket. But like, I think something like that, like just breaking the action open, like put out in front of you, break the action open. There's something that just no, take your hand off and like drop it and just
do that.
There's something that resonates.
All right, can you flick it?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's something that resonates. He had a grin on his face as soon as he did it.
Yeah, I feel like Jack Sparrow.
Yeah. But yeah, it shoots the 12 gauge out the front. So if you want to use it for, I don't know, bird hunting or just going around the woods, I think
you don't have to justify it. The great thing about freedom is that nostalgia is a reason to buy anything.
Well, I mean, like I saw this used extensively on the Outdoor Boys channel. He was rocking around the wilderness in Alaska with one of these things. So it still it still has purpose. It still has a
Even at that caliber in Alaska, I want more than.
Yeah, I want. Yeah. But I mean, like he did his thing with it. So as far as it like speaking to Americans and shooters, yeah, shotguns definitely have their place, even like something as primitive as this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, if that's all you got in your home, at least you have something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You put a slug through this. I mean, you're gonna feel the bad guy's gonna feel it. You might want to tell the bad guy like, please don't. Like this is gonna hurt both of us, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then
when was it made?
I don't know when this thing was made, but it was well before the Palmetto acquisition of H&R. So this one was still made in Gardner, Massachusetts. If you know, put it in the comments. But yeah, this thing really, it's sentiment for me. In my arsenal, it's sentimental. Like I don't actually take this thing out to the range. I don't train with it. For a long time, this was the only gun I had, so of course I'm very familiar with it. But this isn't something where I'm like, all right, let's go take a shotgun class. I have a single shot H&R pump that I only feel like putting 5 slugs through max throughout the day, and after that I'm done. Like I'm done shooting for the day.
Right. Yeah.
I think it weighs like 2 pounds.
Yeah. It is light.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. Moving up, we can get to the world of pumps.
Yeah.
Right? Which I think is where a lot of people reside. This one is Mossberg 590 Davidson's exclusive with the Marine Coat receiver.
A Davidson's exclusive. Shout out to Davidson's.
Yeah.
They're actually here in Arizona too. So
yes.
Big shout out to Davidson's.
Yes. I bought this while I was in the Pacific Northwest, and it was commonly slung to my backpack because I was tracing around the woods out there. But yeah, this thing has, I don't know, I think there's a lot of history of people's personal shotguns. But as far as like purpose, a pump, you can't go wrong with a pump, and you can't go wrong with a Mossberg pump. This thing, to take a grueling beating and dish it out, you can feel the action is like super light on it.
I love that part.
Yeah, feel it. It's really, really light. You can do it with like one finger.
It's something about that. Like,
yeah.
It's just pump shotguns, no matter what, they're very satisfying guns. Again,
100%.
Nothing necessarily has to be logical.
No.
Obviously, neither of us are technically going to run to a shotgun as our first options. I might with this one, but we'll talk about that. But
I think
again, nostalgia and something that we know is guaranteed to work every single time. Can't really go wrong with a pump shotgun. Like, and who doesn't know how to run a pump shotgun?
There's some people who don't, but I mean, not very many. It's pretty intuitive. Honestly, like if it was like a darkened room and I can only reach one gun and this is the gun I grab, I'm gonna feel I'm okay. Yeah. I'm gonna feel pretty good about it. Be like, all right, sweet, I have my trusty shotgun. But yeah, dude. I still think that they're really, really pertinent, especially the pumps, because like you said, there's just pure mechanical. Like there's not much that can go wrong with it, and you can run these pretty fast. Like once you start learning how the rhythms and everything works of it. I would also like to quote Clint Smith here, the great. He's not late. He's still alive, but Clint Smith. If you're not shooting it, you're feeding it. So like I've seen, this is a very old design with the permanent shell holder on the side, but the placards, I think like XTech makes them. XTech.
One of the two.
Yeah, there's so many techs, but they make the placards that you can peel off on the side, and those are pretty rad. I had one on my 900 for a long time, but yeah, this one was I think an Amazon special that I slapped on the side and has never come off. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's it. Those are the two shotguns I brought to talk about today. I think.
And what rounds are you running?
On my side, I always run slugs because I figured if I empty the tube with buckshot, slugs are probably going to I'm hoping that slugs are going to end the conversation there.
So why buckshot over all slugs?
Slugs, 3-inch high brass slugs kick really crappy, and I don't want to put 12 of those downrange in rapid succession. So also, like, I think if we're using shotguns, we're going to be using them at close range. Now, don't underestimate the range of a shotgun too, which would be a cool video to see how far we can shoot with these things. Yeah. But I just always liked having buck over bird, especially inside a house. Number two, okay, there's a myth I want to dispel. I wouldn't use this for home defense unless I had land. It's like apartments, the suburbs, I wouldn't go for a shotgun unless I had land.
Why is that?
They put big freaking holes through things.
That's true.
Right? And they're also extremely loud, and they're also really hard to fumble, like especially at night, right? Unless you have training or train with one of these things, they're not going to be super effective. Getting this thing out from underneath the bed, then loading around. That whole myth where if you hear somebody break into your house, rack your shotgun, and it'll scare them off.
Yeah, no. No,
because what happens when you hear one racked back?
Right.
Now what are you going to do?
Or if they just don't hear you rack the shotgun. Like,
exactly. You're behind your door, like, you know. So, and then I don't think people understand how loud these things are, especially inside of a house. Yeah. So now you got your wife and your kids. Now they're freaking out because giant explosions are going off and there's holes in places that weren't there like 15 minutes ago. It is not the ideal weapon, I would say, for like somebody living in an apartment or living in the suburbs. I would say get a handgun and get a PCC.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
I'm going to slightly challenge you on that.
Really?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I've been talking seriously. The whole day has been a day of technology matters, and to me, I'm suggesting either of these. This one is my 590S with the Magpul furniture. Shout out to Mossberg. They sent me both of these when I was teaching in Colorado, and I legitimately taught most of my students on these guns were women. So, and it was usually their first experience, and every time, ironically, when they would shoot the semi-auto, they would try to rack, and I'm like, you don't have to do that, you can just keep pulling the trigger. Yeah. So that's why I said, like, who doesn't know how a shotgun works, you know what I mean? Everyone's seen it and essentially can do that.
Yeah.
But as far as home defense, these things, self-defense, low recoil slugs, to me, are the answer for anyone that likes shooting slugs but doesn't want that shoulder pain.
I gotcha. You are right. There's a difference in technology. I have 3-inch high brass slugs on the side of my gun.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Like, there's definitely a difference.
So this essentially moving. What do 9 rounds normally run at?
9 mils? I think 15.
Yeah. So you're what? 350 feet per second less. I'll take that out of a slug. And, because of the low recoil, and the best part about, I told you this off camera, but them putting a woman on
super smart
on the box shooting the gun to me
super
was
smart.
the most brilliant thing in the world. But
Yeah.
I highly suggest these. I'm not saying buck isn't still a good option, but with technology and the way these perform, I think this is the way to go. Not saying that this is the primary or my first option, but if you can get a shotgun for a fairly affordable price, probably a decent one for no more than $500-600.
Yeah,
even less than that.
Then
you can get a Maverick 88 for like $200,
and it will last you. Like grandchildren are gonna have it,
right? Yeah,
right. Like shotguns do last forever,
right. And to me, every gun appreciates in value because what happens is you actually have to use that gun.
Good point.
Yeah,
good point. I'm just saying I wouldn't use an 18-inch barrel 12 gauge shotgun as my first go-to in my house.
for sure.
So what would I use it for? And now if I had land and I had to dispatch a coyote in the front yard or shoot a deer, I could put meat on the table with that gun. It's horrible at shooting birds.
Yeah,
It's not a bird gun. It is not a bird. There's no choke on it.
Guns, yes,
No.
for sure. But yeah, this one is the Magpul Mossberg crossover. The furniture and the gun itself is just really, really light and ergonomically.
And that one
fitting
takes the
for
mini
short
shells,
people.
right?
Yes, this one does. So you can load, I think it's like 12 mini shells in here. But yeah, they literally sent me this one because I was training the women on this one, and they were like, this one would probably be fun and it's lighter, so they sent out this one. And honestly, I think this one ended up being the class favorite just because they got to do the racking of it. And it's still as light as yours. And then we can go over
And
this.
I would argue more comfortable than mine.
Do you like red dots on shotgun?
So here's a dated piece of technology. My shotgun right here, see those studs here?
Mm-hmm.
This was a Picatinny rail that I lost the original like screws that went on here, and since it wasn't that good of a quality Picatinny rail, they stripped out. That's why they're still up there. But this predates red dots on shotguns. And I think I was like the first guy among my groups of friends who threw a red dot on their shotgun.
Oh,
Is for real. And they all were like, what are you doing? And I was like, it's a red dot on a shotgun. I'm like, you don't need that for a shotgun. And so I took it off. And
shout out to my boy Alex in Colorado. He's gonna cringe when he sees this part.
Dude, I'm sorry, but I've never like done anything about it. I've just learned how to like kind of use sighted in like that. But as far as shotguns go, I think red dots on shotguns are freaking awesome. And there's another stupid myth about you don't have to aim them. You definitely have to aim them.
Yeah.
You definitely
The
have
amount
to.
of recoil you're getting
Yeah.
off of those.
Yes.
Aim
Yes.
your gun.
You have to. It's a big piece of lead hidden in a linear direction. So, yeah, I would 100%. I love red dots on shotguns. I think the next shotgun I get, I'll be chucking red dots on it and the whole 9 yards. Actually, I was just feeling this stock. I really like that stock compared to the one, this Mossberg one. This Mossberg one feels like a baseball bat compared to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually had to put like grip tape on mine to kind of help control.
I think the best part about this one for me, and maybe for you because we're around the same height, is that this one is made for short people. Like literally is made for short people.
Actually, this
Literally,
one is
the
not.
S means small.
Like shoulder this, shoulder that, and you'll feel how far your arm sticks out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'm so used to these.
Dude, this feels great. Oh, that feels so good. Holler at me, Mossberg, please.
Yeah, your barrel or your buttstock is a little bit. So this is interesting to see how the designs have advanced.
Mm-hmm. And what's really cool is that like the receiver shape almost looks the same.
Yeah.
Right? And there's definitely, like, you see where the technology has changed. Obviously, this is a semi-auto, this is a pump. But I mean, like, and also, like, if you have your 590...
And not a lot of people know about this one. Fun fact, and I don't know if I'm even supposed to say this, but Jerry actually, Mitchellek, he actually designed the 900 series completely.
I didn't know he did. Oh, wow.
Yeah. He, when he first got with Mossberg, he went to the engineers and was like, I need this to do what my pistol does. And they made it work for him. So, shout out to Jerry.
We were just talking to Dave. Dave's not here.
Dave's over there.
Oh, I thought he knew the reference. But we're talking. Yeah, I was talking to him about guns I regret selling. I had a Mossberg 900 tactical, and I regret selling it to this day. I just regret. Yeah, knowing what I know now, but like I sold it because I wanted the Strybog, and I don't have the Strybog either.
That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude.
This was actually I'll say my first like serious shotgun purchase. I did have a Maverick 88. That was my first shotgun, but I'll show you the glow up picture from my first gun collection to like now. It's hilarious to look at. But
you learn, right?
Yeah. I always said I wanted another one, but it had to be a semi-auto, just because the first time I shot a semi-auto shotgun, I was like, I like this. This is it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So I trained on this one for probably a year and a half or so, and never had any malfunctions. Nothing. Like, this is the type of gun I could load up, and if shit hits the fan, give it to somebody else and be like, here, this is yours.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I run the low recoil slug, so ain't too much surviving if you get hit by one of those.
No.
And we used to use the anatomy targets to see like where you're actually gonna puncture, and yeah, I think a semi-auto shotgun with low recoil slug is a perfect match.
What are the next two shotguns on the purchase list?
Mossberg 990, so an SBS. And 590M, that is magazine fed.
Okay.
Those are the next two that these two will graduate from. But yeah. It's 2025, and this platform has not gone anywhere, in my opinion.
No, I don't think it will, and I think that shotguns do, among most platforms, probably ring truest with Americans. I think it's just ingrained in us.
I would say around the world, because a lot of countries, that's all they can have is shotguns.
That's true. Like Brazil, I know they're huge in shotguns in Brazil.
Yeah.
Italy, that's true. Like Beretta, their shotguns. Benelli. But I just think there's something that has to do with the American spirit and conquering the West and defending your homestead and your family and pride. I mean, like there's family shotguns, right? Like, this is my granddaddy's shotgun, right? My daddy gave it to me, and that's like the mentality. Like, there's a long history behind these things.
That's what these are going to be. Like, I don't plan on ever getting rid of these, and yeah, it's definitely going to be passed down to the future generations until we get the laser guns. Yeah. I think like the one shotgun I want to do is like if I get to kit out a shotgun, I want to do a modernized Winchester trench shotgun, but like modernize it. So I want to put a red dot on it. I want to put lights on it. I want to do all that kind of stuff. But I always think they were like some of the most vibiest, coolest shotguns. To future tech, a World War I trench shotgun. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. But no, as far as call that, the trench sweeper.
It's just a trench shotgun, I think. I think you're thinking of street sweeper. I think also probably the most practical thing in the future is another 900. I think that's due. Getting myself a semi-auto.
Gotcha.
Again.
Yeah, I'm going to be running this one next year in the Thunderstick Summit. So I got to finish this one. I got to put the ammo carrier on it, the sling, the light, and then essentially it'll be good to go. Probably get another optic too, just so it can be enclosed, but that's really it.
Yeah, you're set up. That's the crazy thing is that you get this out of the box, you're set up.
Yeah.
Like, technically speaking.
And this is the older model now. The SPX, the newer models, are crazy. Like, they essentially give you everything that you're going to do to this one, even with the red dot. So, TV mounts, it's a nice gun. So this isn't even the best one that they offer right now. They have a better model, but yeah.
That's wild, dude.
Everyone should have a shotgun. Similar, ironically, because we have one sitting in front of us, a Glock 19. To me, it's the same thing. Like, everyone should have a Glock 19, a Mossberg, and an AR-15.
Actually, yeah, I can't agree more.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I really can't agree more. You have at least one of those three in your house. Yeah. 100%. You'll be okay. Shotguns are sweet. They're not gonna die. They're not going anywhere. Definitely go pick yourself up a Mossberg shotgun and go run it. Have a good time.
That's it. We're out.